What's up, everybody? This is Investing Sensei here to bring you another episode in the new series we are doing where we try to find out how many shares of a company do you need to own to make a certain amount of money per week or per month. So definitely stick around. In this episode we are going to be going over VICI Properties. It was a requested ticker symbol, so I think it'll be a very fun one. So in this episode we'll start off by going over VICI, what they do, and then we'll go over a couple values like market cap, dividend yield, PE, and so on, and then we'll jump over and we're actually going to start doing the calculations. First we'll find out how much do you need to own to make $1,000 per month, so how many shares of VICI, and then we'll do the calculations for how much do you need of VICI to make $100 per week, and then we'll wrap it up with actually how many shares do you need to own to make $100 a month. So remember, the first two calculations are going to be a lot larger, especially because typically a dividend yielding company is around 3% to 5%, and so that would take quite a bit of capital. So the last one is a little bit more achievable, and then we'll wrap up the video with going over the yield on cost. This will tell us when the best opportunity was to get the best dividend yield for the company. So let's go ahead and get started, guys. Alright guys, so we have VICI, which you'll see VICI's trading at $28.83, and then if we actually go over just a summary real quick, you'll see the about. So VICI Properties is a real estate investment trust specializing in casino properties based in New York City. It was formed in 2017 as a spin-off from Caesars Entertainment Corporations as part of its subsidiary bankruptcy plan. So it was founded 2017 October 6th. We have about 129 employees. Revenues about $1.23 billion in 2020. And if we jump over here to some more information, you'll see the 52-week range. The lowest they went was $26.23. Highest they've ever gone is $33.35. If we look right here, you'll see that dividend rate is $1.44. Yield is 4.99%. Short interest is 4.49%. Market cap is 2.15 billion. So that is a pretty interesting information. If we go over here, we can look at the dividend scorecard, which we can go over here. Dividend yield, as I mentioned earlier, is 4.99%. They pay out an annual rate of $1.44. So this is if for every one share you own, you should get $1.44 every year. Payout ratio is about 78%, which is, I believe this is a REIT, so this is pretty low for a REIT. They're typically in the 80s to 90s. Dividend growth, you'll see it's 3 years. There's no 5-year CAGR yet, so we will see how much they increase their dividends after 5 years. And so yeah, so this is actually VICI. Let me pull up the calculator. We'll go ahead and jump into the calculations, guys. So first one again, guys, we're gonna figure out how much do you need to own a VICI to actually make $1,000 every single month. That would be pretty cool. So $1,000, so we want to do $1,000 times however many months are in a year, which is 12. So basically we need to make $12,000 a year from VICI to make $1,000 every single month. So the next calculation here we need to do is we need to divide the 12,000 by the amount they pay out annually, so $1.44. So you're going to divide that by $1.44. This will give us the number of shares we need to own. So we need to own about 8,333 shares to make about roughly 12,000. We're going to multiply the shares times the share price, so $28.83. So we would have to own about $240,000 in VICI to make $1,000 per month, and I guess dividends. So that's quite a bit of money. So let's go ahead and see how much we would need to do to or how much will we need to own to make $100 every single week. So we will actually own, we want to make $100 every single week. There is 52 weeks in a year, so we would multiply that. So we would need to make $5,200 a year. Right here you would need to divide that by annual payout amount. So we would divide the 5,200 by $1.44. This will give us the number of shares we need to own, which would be 3,611 shares, and then we would multiply that times the share price, which is $28.83. And so we would need to own $104,108 in VICI to basically make $100 every single week, which $100 a week is quite a bit of money. Imagine that compounding effect afterwards. The only thing you do have to be careful with this, since this is a REIT, you will get taxed at an ordinary income tax. So that's kind of sucks. A lot of the other companies become qualified dividends, so you could either be paying 0, 15, or 20% on your income. So just be careful with that. The last one here, guys, that we'll go ahead and do is how much do you need to own of VICI to make $100 in a month. So this one should be a lot less capital intensive. So $100, and then we want to make every single month. So there's 12 months in a year, so we would need to make $1,200. Just a quick calculation, if you have the value from the previous, you could just divide that amount by 10, and that should give us the value we are going to find out. So $1,200, we need to find out how many shares, so we need to divide that by the annual payout. So divided by $1.44, which means we need to own 833 shares of VICI, and then we will just multiply these number of shares times the share price, which is $28.83. And so we would have to own $24,025 of VICI. Well, I guess that's how much we would have to have invested of VICI. Not as much as the previous two, but definitely totally achievable, but just be careful with taxes. The other thing I wanted to show you actually that I did forget to mention is there's a quick way you can calculate this without going through all these steps. You could just divide the amount that you want. So you could do 1,200 divided by the dividend yield that they do, 4.99%. So you divide that 5.0499, and that roughly gives you around $24,000. Again, you could also do the same thing for the other two, which I believe I forgot to go over. Yeah, guys, this is how much you would have to own in VICI to actually be able to collect that same amount of money. In the comment section, let me know any new companies that you guys are interested for me to do or go over. I try to upload these on Thursdays around 12 o'clock, and so yeah, let me know any new ones that you want me to go over. I do have a list that you guys have suggested, so if there's any new ones, I will eventually work on them. Let's go ahead and go over here to the dividend yield, which this will tell us. So this chart right here, if you see right here, this actually is the dividend yield. So the higher the better entry point you had for the company. So if you see right here back in 2020 of March when we had the crash, you see that VICI went all the way to 10%. You could have gotten a dividend yield of 10%, almost 11% if you had bought right around this. Obviously it was very difficult, especially with all the lockdowns, but yeah, as you'll see, it's actually gone down. It's been fluctuating about 4 or 5% dividend yield for VICI. But yeah, guys, this is actually all I have for you in this video. Be sure to subscribe with that bell notification if you have not done so already. As well, drop a big thumbs up on the video. That's all I ask in return. Helps out the channel a lot, and I will see you guys in the next video. Take care, stay safe out there. Bye, guys.